Puss in Boots. Once upon a time, there was a poor miller who had 3 sons. When the miller died, he left the house to his eldest son, some money to his middle son, and a cat to his youngest son. The youngest son was called David, and now he had nowhere to live. "Whatever shall I do now, Puss?" he said. "Well, if you can get me a sack, a hat, and some boots, I will make you rich," answered the cat. David was very surprised that the cat could talk, but he did as he was told. Puss went and caught some rabbits as a gift for the king. Next, he put on the hat and boots and went to the palace. "These are a present for my master," he said, bowing politely. "He must be a very rich man," replied the king. The next day, the king was out riding. As the riders came closer, Puss told David to take off his dirty clothes and jump into the river. "Help! Help!" he moaned. "Some robbers stole my master's clothes and have tried to drown him." The king's servant quickly pulled him out of the river and then lent David some fine clothes to wear. The next day, Puss went to some nearby fields where people were working. He paid them to cheer and shout when his master rode by. Puss in the Giant's Castle. In the other day, Puss had to find somewhere for David to live. He knew there was a castle nearby that belonged to a giant. Bravely, he knocked on the door and said to the giant, "I hear that you can turn into anything. Can you turn into a mouse?" "Of course I can," boasted the giant as soon as he did. Puss gulped him up. The afternoon, Puss went back to the palace to see a king. The king said, "My daughter needs a fine home," and Puss said, "My master has a palace which is nice and roomy." Puss saw the king around the castle and he was so impressed that he said, "Would you like to marry my daughter?" A few weeks later, David and the princess got married and moved into the giant's castle with Puss, where they all lived happily ever after.